Back in the den, I hate to say, and I'm ashamed of this for the first time this year. Usually we're
right?
5 or 6 into these
Absolutely.
things. But the season has started. Terry Pack, head men's wrestling coach, is with us. You come into the season ranked preseason number 4.
Yeah.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I guess you could see it both ways, right?
You know what? I feel like it's good in the fact that it gives incentive to people to look at our program, to know that we're going to compete every year. I think the bad part is sometimes kids put themselves on a pedestal, or they just assume by coming in a good room and you're ranked high, that you're going to be good. And I think some of our freshmen are finding out, 38 freshmen. I mean, they're finding out that, you don't just get to be good because you're in a good room. You got to get good by doing work. And so it's definitely a double-sided sword.
Yeah. You've already had a duel, and you dominated in that on the men's side and the women's side, too. So you're off to a good start. Just as you've had a chance to maybe think about that, how good of a start was that, and what kind of areas of improvement would you like to see?
Yeah, I think, we wrestled quite a few freshmen. They're getting their first look at it, and I was super happy with the effort they gave. Obviously, there's some mental mistakes we have to fix. There was a few just mat awareness issues that we definitely need to adjust. But overall, I was really, really happy with the performance. And then, that followed up to this weekend when we were wrestling. And I believe that, honestly, I've got 16 placers this weekend at Simpson. And the kids wrestled extremely well. Wow. And I was super happy with that performance. And nice to see our sophomores taking leadership roles, but more importantly, that our freshmen are really starting to buy into the system. Because everything we do here is, as far as the coaching segment on our feet, is a combination of, like hard drilling, that kind of a piece, but it's also an entire system they have to learn. So I think we're ahead of the game.
Okay, an entire system that they have to learn. Is that just the way you guys do things, or is this like learning more wrestling fundamentals?
Well, I think it's both, right?
Okay.
I mean, I think we obviously do things a little different than everybody else, and everybody else does things different from us, and that's good and bad, right? But I do think there's some new pieces that these kids have to learn when they come into college wrestling via high school, and it's been. I would say the majority of the kids are acclimating well, but there's still that few that's trying to figure out their niche and where they're at and how it works, what the pecking order is.
Yeah, year 3, preseason rank number 4. Did you ever think that you would be in this position? I mean, this is why you bust your butt, but here you are. Year 3, preseason number 4. I thought that was really quite an accomplishment, and we haven't even barely started the season.
I would say this. I don't really look into the rankings as much as other people. I look at them as this fact. I get to know who the good kids are, right? But on any given day, that level of talent is so good, and the pool's so good that you can go from 1st to 8th in a heartbeat. And I think for us, the main thing is it gives us validity as a program. Yeah. When people see the rankings, they go, oh, this is a good program. So I think it helps on the recruiting side. But I think what sells recruits, seeing the ranking makes people look at it, but what sells them is the result. Yeah. And even though 4th is great, we're not 4th yet. We don't do that till March. And in March, if we're 4th or above, then we can sit back and go, okay, that's exactly where we wanted to be. But right now, we use it more of a recruiting tool to gain interest and less of an internal measuring mechanism.
Yeah. Are you pretty happy with where you're at here coming into year 3? I mean, we've seen you take this thing and spoon feed it and change its diaper. I mean, this program was an infant and still probably is. Are you happy where you're at?
Yeah, man, I'm really pleased with the level of support that we're getting in the state. It's outstanding. I mean, I think we had over 400 people at our wrestle-offs. I mean, you couldn't even have a place to sit again. I mean, these are the kind of things that when you go to other places, especially junior colleges to watch, you might have 100. You might have 100 people. And honestly, we wrestled a couple of venues last year, some NAIA schools. There wasn't 50 people in the audience. So I feel like the level of support that our state is giving us is definitely motivating us to want to keep going and keep pushing. And, you know, everybody wants something positive to work from. And when you see this many people supporting us, it's pretty dang nice.
Yeah, and you've got people engaged in the stands too.
Yeah.
You know, somebody gets a 3-point move or whatever, and people in the crowd, this is another part of a tradition type thing that's happening right here for you. Where's the team at men's side right now? You said you're a little nicked up a little bit, but where are you all at?
We got to figure out some weights.
Okay.
We definitely have 4 really good guys that could be starting at other programs at 184. And the problem is we can't have 4 guys that good not in our lineup. And Victor at 197 has been monstrous for us. I mean, he literally came in and completely embraced everything we're doing. And it was a whole different process for him, and he's been doing great. So I think we just got to figure out some weights. You know, I feel like there's some things to be decided at 141. I feel like we have some things to be decided when Keith Smith is healthy and back in the lineup later in the year. We have a lot of moving parts that haven't been put into the puzzle yet. Right now, you're still trying to figure out where they go. The pieces are all there. Yeah. I just don't know where they go, and that's kind of what we got to get figured out, and we'll just kind of see where it works.
The unknown is a little creepy when you talk about it like that. It's like, wow, that's a tough spot. So Keith, you're returning national champ. He's hurt.
Yeah, he's been banged up a little bit.
Okay.
And he's got some other issues that he's fighting through, and we're going to get through that, and get him back in the lineup in January, and then figure out where he best fits, right? Because right now, him and Asen are both 157 pounders. Oof. Well, now I got my returning national champ and our highest returning All-American at the same weight class. And what do you do? I mean, again, these are amazing problems to have. So from the outside looking in, people are like, oh, that's such a great problem to have. And it is. But internally, it's tough.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to figure out where to recruit, where to move people, where can you get the most, for lack of better terms, where can you get the most bang for your buck? And that's kind of what we're trying to figure out right now. And it's so early in the year, we just don't know yet.
Yeah. Is your schedule this year a little heavier than it's been in years past? It seems like, man, you guys have hit the ground running, and here we come.
We do it every year. And, I personally front load our schedule every year. Like, they're going to weigh in twice last week, twice this week, twice next week, twice the following week. And people are like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? Well, we're building toughness. And we're making kids wrestle at weight, hold their weight, so we can see where they're going to be when we need them most. And for us, we wrestle a lot of back-to-back days this month. And some people agree with that, some people don't, right? I just know our philosophy as a coaching staff, we're all on the same page that we want to get these kids down to weight as soon as we can. We want them to compete at that weight for as long as they can, so we get a true picture of what we're going to get in February and March. And so far, knock on wood, this has worked out pretty well for us by front-loading schedules and then taking the back half way slower. And other teams do the opposite. They ease into it, and then they go all gas. Right now I'm all gas, but I want to hit the brakes 2 weeks before regionals and give our guys time to be healed up and ready for regions. And, I personally believe that we have one of the toughest regions in the country. Yeah. Western Wyoming's obviously one of the best teams in the country in and out. Then on the other half, you've got that Iowa Conference with Indian Hills defending national champ, best team that I've seen on paper in a long, long time.
Really?
Iowa Central's right there with them. There's some really good conferences. So for us, we understand that we have to put ourselves in the best position, and we think that the best way to be able to go out and try to fight Western Wyoming and Western Wyoming is to be as healthy and rested as we can.
Yeah. So when you front load, what's your date? Thanksgiving, Christmas?
Yeah,
we
kind
crazy until Christmas.
We go pretty busy until Thanksgiving.
Okay.
And then we ease down. We still have 4 more competitions in December, only in the front half. But then we come back, we hit
That's a
national.
short month for you too.
It is, and but then we come back, we hit national duels, which is short in January, and we hit those 2, and then we just ease after national duels a little bit.
Yeah.
So
Your freshmen are pretty impressive. So recruiting looked like it went well last year. That never ends. How's it going this year? Easier to recruit at this point, or what's the thought there?
Well, again, it depends on how you look at it, right?
Okay.
Because I've got guys that we're talking to that we believe are very, very talented, and they're worried about coming in and not wrestling, not being a starter. And egos do that, right? If you're going to be a great college wrestler, you got to drop your ego a little bit, and that means put yourself with great partners, even if you get beat up a little bit, and then you progress to be able to make yourself better every day. Some people only feel that they're capable of doing that when they're the guy. And what we're trying to convince people is you can all be the guy, just not the guy on that given day. And so right now we're just really trying to push the weight classes that we have, because we really don't know what we need. I mean, we have so many freshmen, right? And scholarships, get 20 scholarships, and we started the year 40 U1 freshmen. I mean, holy smokes, man. I mean, we got to figure it out.
Yeah.
So I mean, we just don't know yet. It's so early. We're gonna make an announcement with one of our kids that we've signed out of Kansas this week. So we're pretty happy about that, and
good.
we really can't say much on that until we get it finalized. But I think we're talking to some really good kids from around the country, and I think those guys are looking at what we're able to do and how we're able to produce these freshmen before some of them make the decision that that's what they want to do.
Yeah. Yep. Terry, appreciate your time.
Absolutely, thank you.
I know you are swamped, but wow, you've got an electric atmosphere going. You got a good product out there on the mat. You're continuing to better this building. I mean, you're doing a great job, and
I appreciate it.
And I think that's, you talk about the support that you're getting from the Nebraska people. I think they probably see the hard work and they go, "There's something going on down here." So, yeah, stay on it.
We
You're
appreciate
doing a really
it.
good job.
Appreciate it.
Terry Pack, head men's wrestling coach here at SCC. We'll be back with Jake Hamilton on the women's side when we come back.
At SCC, there's endless opportunities, and you learn something new every day. It's amazing what you can do with just 2 years of going to school here. You get to choose what you want to do with your life, and that's what I love most.
Back in the den, Jake Hamilton, women's wrestling coach here at SCC, joining us. Jake, wow, are you guys off to a good start? Just judging from your home opening duel, very strong performance. I mean, looking back on that, it settled in a little bit. What was your thought?
Yeah, I think the girls wrestled super tough. We had some kinks to work out. Most of our lineup is actually freshmen. So we had to get some of those pre-match jitters out, and the first time being in front of a home crowd. So, but overall, I thought after that first match, we really got our feet under us, and we had a little bit more confidence going into the second duel, and we hit the ground running. So it was really cool to see the girls battle and get some early competition and feel before we got to the Simpson Open.
Yeah, so you're happy with kind of where you're at as a team and some of the youngsters coming along, taking to this?
Yeah, I would say I'm not happy. I'm never happy with the output, right? We always say this is a marathon, not a sprint, and so yes, it's great to have early success, but it's not the end goal, and we all know the end goal is in March. So we got a ways to go. One day, 1 degree better every day.
Yeah, it is a grind. Now, you'll front load your schedule too, like the men, or does that follow the same kind of pattern where you back off on the back end a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing with our girls, I think, is to get them mat time, right? We have some girls that are really freestyle savvy, but we have a bulk of freshmen that are still getting used to freestyle as their main style of wrestling. And so mat time is super essential for us. You know, we wrestle a pretty full schedule. I think throughout this year we're gonna definitely load manage girls and stay around 25 to 30 matches for each. But we do have them open just about every single weekend. It's just a matter of getting the girls to the right tournaments that they need to get good mat time and quality mat time as well.
You've got Martha, your returning national champ, and when you talk about culture, boy, the girls are so behind her. I mean, she's a fan, not only with the people in the stands, but the team. I think some of these freshman girls, obviously, they look up to her. I mean, that kind of culture creation is so huge when they're getting it from a peer. I mean, you do a nice job, but when you got somebody like a defending national champion here that you're working with every day, that's got to be a huge advantage.
Yeah, I think so. Martha is somebody that loves to compete. Everything to her is kind of a puzzle. She's super analytical, and
Really?
it's fun to watch her go out and compete because she is a student of the sport, and she never acts like she knows it all. Quite frankly, she's always looking for the next best score or how she can get to an advantageous spot based on the matches that she's wrestled. So it's really cool to just watch her kind of pick apart matches and see where she can get better and learn and grow.
Yeah. As you look at your team, where would you like to see some improvement happen? I know it's early, but what are you looking for at this point?
Yeah, so improvement-wise, mainly is confidence. I think we talk about that quite a bit with some of our girls. Is like, we're tougher than we realize sometimes, and just giving them that extra boost of confidence to pull the trigger and go out and attack is something that we really preach. We don't want to sit back and stay in the middle and not wrestle because that's boring. We want to go put points on the board and go score and go find the next one. So really it's just about the confidence of getting to our attacks and being confident enough to know if I shoot I can score or I can get out of a sprawled in shot. So we're really that's the direction we need to go. We need to just have that ultimate confidence.
Yeah. Here in year 3, does it feel different? I would imagine it would. I mean, you look at where this program started, it's not funny, but I mean, look at how far it's come in 3 years. I mean, how are things different?
Things are different in the way that we know what kind of athlete we're after. I think that's something me and Coach Pack and the entire coaching staff has really kind of embraced is, we don't want just good wrestlers. We want people of high character, people that are doing the right things in the classroom, people that are doing the right thing socially, and when you kind of mix that all into one pot, good things happen. So it's really about finding the right pieces that you need to kind of fit the mold of your team, and I think both of us are on the right track as far as what we're looking for and what we're after versus year 1 and 2. We had an idea, but I think we have a better understanding of the type of wrestler we're after now.
Talk a little bit about your schedule and some good opponents coming up. This will be a great challenge for your team.
Yeah, so we go to the Waldorf Open next. That's this weekend. And then next week we hit the ground running. We actually wrestle the returning national champs in Indian Hills on November 19th. Yeah. We're super stoked for that one and just to see where we're at. It's a good measuring stick. And I think our girls are ready to rise to the occasion. And then we finish out that week going to the Missouri Valley Open before Thanksgiving. So a lot of high level competition in the next couple weeks, and so we'll really be battle tested come Thanksgiving, and then get a hard reset and get ready for the Don't Open. So.
Yeah, and you get a chance to really know where you're at. I mean, that's a good measuring stick for you.
Absolutely, and it's good. It's we don't always see all the girls we want to see when it comes to the Opens, whether it be because some girls aren't in the lineup or in the tournament itself. So to be able to see them kind of head to head gives us a better idea moving forward of what to expect.
Yep. Jake Hamilton, the women's head wrestling coach here at SCC. Jake, keep up the good work. Appreciate your time. That's going to do it for this time on The Den. We'll see you next time.